Hey guys, it's MazeMan112 and I'm back bringing you guys another Titanfall commentary, and today is going to be one of my traditional rant style commentaries that at least I like to do because I like to talk a lot. So a couple topics that I want to go ahead and talk about. One is I'm pretty sad that the beta is done for now, because I was really looking forward to it the last couple days. You know, that's why I was thinking about at work, and the main way that I know if a game is actually taking a hold of me is by my dreams. And I know that sounds absolutely ludicrous, but I know that I'm really into a game when I start dreaming about it. And there's only been 2 games that I've dreamt about. One of them is Call of Duty, and I guess I shouldn't just say 2 games because one is kind of a franchise. I've dreamt about Call of Duty all the way back from Modern Warfare times, and the other one was Minecraft. And a lot of people think you are one crazy dork if you start dreaming about video games. And I've always dreamt about kind of problems for some reason, and I guess it stems all the way back to when I was wrestling in high school, and I would dream about crazy moves that I would want to try out the next day, and I'd go try it out the next day, and you'd be surprised at how many times, you know, thinking outside the box is actually a viable option and how many times it actually would work. So I always kind of do that for some reason. If I have a big issue, for some reason it jumps up in my dreams, and then I find the solution that way. And this one is really kind of taking a hold where I'm dreaming about being in a Titan, or I'm dreaming about riding a Titan and doing the whole rodeo type thing as well, and how I can go ahead and avoid that electric smoke and all that kind of stuff. And I will talk about that a little bit later, but it just has me really, really excited. I don't remember the last time we've seen a game this hyped. I'm hoping that this is going to really kind of set aside the Xbox One, because in all actuality, everybody has to agree at this point in time that the PlayStation 4 is the superior next generation console. And this is coming straight from an Xbox fanboy. And as you guys know, I didn't pre-order an Xbox One for that very same reason, where I was seriously contemplating of jumping ship and going to the PlayStation 4. I even had one picked up at one point in time and just couldn't bring myself to go do it. You know, I just thought I was really going to have buyer's remorse. And then when I finally do get the Xbox One, I didn't even get Call of Duty Ghost. Call of Duty Ghost was a giant disappointment to me. I don't even know if I'll ever will get it for the Xbox One, just because it just doesn't seem like the same game to me. And I don't know really why. It just doesn't. And I don't know if you guys have the same feelings, but I have a feeling that you guys have a similar sentiment, just because you don't see the number of people on there as they used to be. And also, it seems like from the YouTube community, people are always posting a different gameplay now and are trying to find the next big thing in the community. And I think Titanfall has the potential to do this. I'm just not so sure if it's going to. I had asked a question earlier today on Twitter, and my big question was whether or not people enjoyed seeing Titanfall. And, you know, it was kind of a mixed, you know, kind of response. Some people said that they do enjoy it. And the big thing that I kind of got out of it was that it really was dependent on the player themselves. And I can completely agree with that, because different people have different play styles. No one wants to watch, even if it is Call of Duty. You can have the most intense game ever, but if you're just one of those people who's going to sit back in the corner and kind of camp, I don't want to watch you either. So I completely understand that. But I feel like this game has potential to be even a faster paced game than Call of Duty. And I only say that because you have the wall running and being able to, you know, double jump, and it just is whatever kind of action you want to get into, you can. And the big thing that I really, really enjoy is the fact that it sets you up for out-of-the-box thinking, like I was just talking about, of how do I get up to that billboard? How did he do that? How can I get onto this Titan's back without anybody seeing me? I just don't know. I don't know how I can do that. And with that brings different gameplay. It's going to be so much different than everybody else. It's not going to be the same thing over and over again. With that being said as well, I think that there's one thing that might make Titanfall a failure when it comes to that, and it's that Call of Duty is a very evenly balanced game. There's no real OP weapons. There's no real, you know, spot that you can sit in the map that just makes you completely, you know, overpowered. You don't have that in Call of Duty. And I'm wondering if they're going to be able to keep the game as balanced as Titanfall, as balanced as it is currently, because right now there's not a lot to pick from. You know, you only have a couple different guns. I think there's 4 guns on a sniper rifle or something like that. They do have a couple pistols. You can only use one of the different bodies or the suits or whatever you call for the Titan. So there was only really one of those, and everyone's really kind of run the same things. And you don't really see anything that's completely OP. Besides the one thing that I've heard a couple people complain about, and that is the nuclear ejection. And basically, it's when you lose a gunfight. As you guys notice, when your Titan is dying, you kind of get this, red and yellow kind of striped warning label, and you can eject. Now, one of the perks you can pick is for there to be a nuclear explosion after you eject. And basically, I don't feel like you should ever reward somebody who lost a gunfight or lost a battle. And I feel like that's what it does, because it does a lot of damage to a close vicinity. So you see a lot of people, when they know they're about to die, they'll just go ahead and use their little sprint button and get their Titan right into the middle of everything, and then use that nuclear ejection, and they're able to deal out a lot of damage. Now, I won't be surprised if this is something that winds up getting patched. Who knows? It might not even make it into the game itself, but that is only something that time will tell. Besides that, everything else is pretty good. The big thing is, when you think about it, when you have these giant Titans, these giant machine mechs that are just running around with you got missile launchers, they got rocket launchers and all this kind of stuff, and you would think that these things would just be completely overpowered and there'd be almost impossible to take them out as a little pilot. But there's not, as long as you're creative with how you do it. And also the big thing that I think this kind of sets people up for is teamwork. You have to work as a team or you're not going to be successful while doing that. And the big thing is, one person really doesn't have the firepower. One pilot doesn't have the firepower to be able to take out a Titan all by themselves without the Titan being aware that they're there. If you jump on their back, it gives you a warning, lets you know that, hey, you got a dude rodeoing you. You might as well get out and go shoot his ass. Or they can go ahead, and it's called electric smoke, which was actually in my last video. If you guys watched, I think I got killed by it a couple times. So you can definitely see people who are a little bit more skilled or more seasoned when it comes to the whole Titan and how to fight with them as well, and knowing how to get these people off their back, because when you're rodeoing somebody, you're doing a lot of damage, and it doesn't even really touch their shield. It just goes right to their health, which I absolutely enjoy. And the last thing I wanted to go ahead and talk about with you guys as well is the entire fact that the maps are decently sized, and by that I don't mean that they're big or anything like that. I mean, like, I feel like the maps are almost the perfect size. You can't have the maps too small with the amount of firepower that you have here, because you get a couple Titans and they're just gonna run over and they're just gonna smash everybody. So it gives people a little bit of room to work their magic, so to speak. And I'm curious to what they're going to come out. So the rumor is that there's going to be 14 different maps coming out for Titanfall when it does come out. I'm wondering how many weapons they're going to be, because like I said, there's not very many weapons right now. I'm wondering how many different suits you're going to have, and I'm wondering if the level system is going to remain how it was. I felt like the first 14 levels, because that's all the beta was just 14 levels, that was it, was too fast. And I don't know if you guys have kind of the same thoughts that I do when it comes to that, but I felt like it was just too quick. I mean, in a game, you were leveling up 2 or 3 levels, depending on how well you did. And I was able to get to the max level pretty quickly. So I don't know if that's something they're going to adjust, or if they just wanted to do it that way. That way you're able to unlock all the weapons pretty quickly and try to, quote-unquote, break their game. Let me know what you guys think on this, because I'm really curious. And like I said, this game has me super excited once again to be able to start playing another FPS, because I've been playing some NBA 2K. It's just not the same. My passion is in FPSs, and like I said, Ghost really took the wind out of my sails, and I'm wondering whether or not I'm alone on this. Make sure you guys leave your thoughts, feelings, comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys don't think. Just put it in the comment sections. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Spotlight, make sure you guys go ahead and check it out. It's my first thoughts on Titanfall.